You have two basic controls for image render quality. You could either render by time or the number of samples. We'll cover this in more detail. Let me start by getting my render image window out of the way so I can see the vehicle better, and turn on ray tracing. Since I have my camera set up, let me start with the front left. Using time is a great way to check your overall settings. The basic concept is let me run the rendering for 1 minute and 30 seconds and see the results. I realize that I selected the wrong front left, so let me select that camera. Now let me render it and give it a name. Let me open up the results file. Now let me render this in OpenGL mode. The image looks much less realistic than with ray tracing. As you can see in this side-by-side comparison, the ray trace rendering looks much more realistic. Samples provide a set number of rendering passes that VRED will run, regardless of the time. Generally, the more passes you run, the better the quality the image will be. The production presets are always a good choice. Use production for exteriors and production interior for interior lit scenes. The render queue is a great way to create multiple images. Just like we did with the render button, we set up our scene, and this time we click Add to Render Queue button. The behavior is nearly identical, but instead of starting the rendering process, VRED adds a job to the render queue. I can then go back to my variants or cameras and set up all the renderings I want to create for this model. Our render queue is now set. The render queue interface shows details about the jobs, including the file name, whether it's going to be ray traced or not, whether it has global illumination, image quality, size, and output path. Click the Render All button when you're ready to start the rendering process. Let me show you the end result of the rendering queue pass.